I think we're live. Here we live. Here we live. Close my door right here, right quick, people. No need a hat, fucking hat. I'm good. What's happening, people? This is how your boy that way with Jack Travis. Man, that's the old show. Straight like that. We back, man. I was supposed to be on here going live yesterday on Sunday. That's the plan that I had in my head, but I'm not a full-time YouTuber at the moment, so I have other life responsibilities. You dig what I'm saying? And so I didn't get a chance to jump on that, man. But as I always say, the United States and the world at large is never at a shortage for wild stories and wild happenings out here, man. And leading into what we got going on. But first, before I go, man, if you like what I'm doing, man, like, subscribe to the content, man. Getting this algorithm. You know what I'm saying? You'll see more of my face, man. More of my take on these stories out here in the world that be going on. You dig what I'm saying? And the first story is a crazy going on, man. We're going to touch briefly on pretty much. I guess we'll touch briefly on. Well, you know what? Maybe I'll go into it because I said I was going to make a full show about it, but maybe not. We'll see. But the first story, man, I don't know if y'all were tuned into your news today, man. It's got a story concerning these are YouTube streets. And unfortunately, it looked like the YouTube is really turning to the streets, man. A lot of people's beefs and stuff, you see it play out on YouTube, social media in general. You dig what I'm saying? Everything is played out on social media these days. A girl get pregnant, she got to come tell us about it. Someone go to a good restaurant, nice restaurant with some good food, they've got to tell the rest of the world that they're there. And I don't even know what they thought about the food. Is often we get the pictures before they even dove into their dish. You dig what I'm saying? Everything is on camera, either voluntarily or involuntarily these days. This situation we're gonna jump into was voluntarily put on camera, although I don't know that they knew it was about to unfold like that. But again, it come from the YouTube world, man. And apparently these two people had some prior YouTube beef going on about copyright strikes. And let me say, being somebody that's new to YouTube, when I first started, man, and I'm actually kind of restarting now. You dig what I'm saying? Everybody's kind of back to the channel or new to the channel now. Some months ago, this was a different channel, had a different name, a bit different format. And I ran into some haters out here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And being a small YouTuber, you don't have a lot of flexibility as far as being able to get in touch with moderators or actual. I don't know. Well, at this point, I haven't spoken with the actual person at YouTube ever. You dig what I'm saying? You have to go through the help desk. I don't even know if they have a chat bot. But when you're a smaller YouTube creator, man, before your dashboard opens up to gives you more access, more accessibility, you dig? You just kind of lost in the sauce, man. You kind of searching Reddit forums and adding people and asking people, trying to figure out what's going on. And so I kind of got to the bottom of what happened to me. I was suspicious about what had happened because I'm computer savvy. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here rocking for a while. So I was suspicious about what happened. I thought I knew what happened. And it come to be that's what it was. But again, I had no way of getting to the bottom of it to get in touch with people that could help me because I'm a smaller page. So until you get to be bigger, man, things like copyright strikes and um, getting reported, those are big deals, bro. Because a lot of people, man, these days, you look at YouTube and it's like, damn, bro, if you scroll through YouTube enough or just pay attention on a daily basis, you see some of the wildest channels. Like, and when I say wild, maybe not just the craziest content, but I mean it in the sense of just like who is watching this thousands of times. But indeed, there are people watching it hundreds of thousands of times. These people got hundreds of thousands of subscribers, making tens of hundreds of thousands of dollars per year from YouTube. You dig what I'm saying? Even if it's just in the tens, you dig what I'm saying? Out here in the world, man, uh, 50, 60,000 is, you can make it work. So if you're making somewhere in and around that off of just making videos and stuff online, that's a good living, bro. So a lot of people are kind of they drawn to that, man, because you don't have to have, previously to get on TV. You know what I'm saying? You had to look a certain way, you had to act a certain way. You dig what I'm saying? Everything was from being cast and being a part of a talent organization and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, YouTube is giving just a regular Joe, the average individual, the availability to become a television star, if you will. You dig what I'm saying? And good money comes behind that, man. So whether it be from being disillusioned with what their day job was, or people that didn't really have any particular skills in life or what have you, and they like, shit, man, I started making a video and paint my face crazy or talking crazy, be a Charleston White type of actor, a Jack Doherty. You know what I'm saying? We make all kind of people famous off of these YouTube streets. And so that seems to be what played out in this situation, man. So what's the cat name? Sin City. And let's get the names right, man. Hmm. This shit is crazy. Finney the Legend and his wife, bro. How long is this video? Let's hear it. I'll set it up as we're listening. So right here, about the 4 second mark, Finney the Legend pop into the camera. I've seen a couple of videos. Um, from the video, I think his girl. Matter of fact, I'll tell you what. Let's go to the long. There's one about 2 minutes. All right, this one. So that's Finney. You can't see my video that well, so I'll describe it, man. This shit is crazy as hell. So Finney goes and looks in the camera. If I'm not mistaken, his girl came and adjusted the camera, or she just set it up first. His wife, I should say. Yeah, as she's setting up the camera, like there's a better. Here's the beginning video. All right, so the camera is set up now. It's my belief. I guess I'll get into that here in a second. It's already set up. Finney come over there and readjust the camera. He looking at it, smiling. Now, as he has his back turned, Sin City walks behind him. You dig what I'm saying? Now, the second that let me pause this. The second that you see Sin City fella appear in the camera, Finney, wide smile on his face, he says, "Facts, Donut." That leads me to believe that the fella with him was a fella by the name of Donut. He said, "Facts, Donut." As soon as he appeared in the camera, it's my belief that he saw him coming. Um, that he also knew he was on the way, but we'll get into that here in a second. It's my belief that he saw Sin City coming. You dig what I'm saying? That was the onus for setting up the camp. And he's there to sit right there as he gets in camera shot, because everything is content these days. You dig what I'm saying? It's cringe as fuck, bro. But a lot of things are just built around content. Everything camera these days. So he sets the camera up. Sin City gets within a shot. Finney says, "Facts, Donut." Then he goes off camera. Let's start again. Now you see Finney at the edge of the camera. You dig what I'm saying? Still on camera, but Sin City has walked off camera at this point. Damn, I went all the way the fuck back. Finney looked back at the camera a couple times. Then you hear his wife. This was where it all went wrong. Now I don't know what happened off camera. We'll have to hear. But Finney wasn't arguing with Sin City. Um, you can hear what's being said around it, so you don't hear any words being exchanged until you hear his wife say, bring your ass over here. Oh, she said, don't you bring your ass over here talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it appears that there's other people with Finney. So, did somebody with Finney say something to bro or what have you? Because Finney's over here by the camera. Let's go back a little bit. She said, don't you bring your ass over here, something. But Finney way away from the camera. Like, I'm confused, bro, because if they had the smoke, he saw him coming. But it appears as if Finney was gonna stand there and just let bro walk on by. You dig what I'm saying? Maybe Finney like I ain't really got no smoke with him, but bro act like he got some smoke with me. So I'm gonna put the camera on and let the world see what he gonna do. And he did something, but again, it appears as Finney was just gonna let him walk on off. You know what I'm saying? Damn, let me go back. This crazy timing right here, cuz. What? Facts, donut. And then, yeah. Now, the way Finney looking, I'm under the impression that Sin City stopped. Now, if I'm just trying to take what I know in the video so far, then let's say maybe, okay, dude walks by, Sin City walks by, Finney sees him, but Sin didn't come straight up to him. Maybe he was gonna stop and kind of approach him from behind or what have you, and then old girl step in front of him like, don't you bring your ass over here with. And as she's talking, he's steady taking steps. Then that's how he appears in front of him. But you don't hear any words exchanged. So I'm like, what was his approach? Because he walked straight by, straight off camera, but then comes right back on camera. All right. And with as fast as she got back on the camera, uh, damn, baby girl, brave, man. Because she looks slick, premeditated. You heard me? Now we're gonna go into some other little videos. From what I'm gathering right now, Sin City walks off the camera. I guess he's gonna approach the situation from the side or what have you. He immediately pretty much pulls his gun out because if you can see early when he's walking up, you kind of see the side of his shirt lifted up. You heard me? And knowing what happened, and you immediately look at that and you like he must have been adjusting for getting it ready, you know what I'm saying, or what have you. But he drops his shirt back down, walks by, facts donut, walks off camera. Then Finney is just looking like this. Now, for as fast as old girl and him got right back on camera, I got to believe that they were just right outside the camera shot. You dig what I'm saying? But Finney not saying a word. That's what I'm confused about. You know what I'm saying? Finney like he's seeing walk by and stop and pivot towards him, whatever. He just it's crazy. It just his whole demeanor. But again, I'm saying old girl is brave because it's apparent to me that once Sin got off camera, he upped his weapon. Because by the time you hear her say, don't you bring your ass over here with something, It's like Finney looks, and Finney sees the gun because he immediately take a fast step, and that next step takes him off camera. Old girl is in front of him. He's got the gun down, obviously, because within the next second, you see him cock it. He puts the other hand down there and cock it, but he already got it out. And she's standing in front of him the whole time. That's crazy. As soon as Finney see the gun, he run. His wife standing there in the face. Now, I guess, flesh against bullets is a no win situation. But damn, in just looking at these last seconds of this event, again, Miss Wife, I don't even know her name, but she saw Manny Wise pull the pistol out a couple of seconds before, and she's standing between him and Finney, moving with Manny Wise. As soon as Finney look up and see the pistol, he apparently goes to take off and run. And in the next second, you hear Manny Wise say, "Now what's up, cuz?" Cocks the gun, raises it, past old girl, fires at 5 shots. Old girl grabs the camera, which is a weird reaction. But she grabs the camera and says, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Proceeds to go towards what's going down. And apparently at that point, he turns the gun, Manny Wise turns the firearm on her. Shoots her, you hear her scream and go down. And another shot. It seems like the phone is still in her hand, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Because you see it fall with her, and then you see it kind of slowly moving as if it's moving with the last bits of life she had. So let's go back to the beginning of this. Let's watch this again after me stopping and going through it all. Can y'all see that? I know y'all seen it online, but for the sake of the video, I try to put it in. What's up, son? Why can't y'all see that? That's crazy action, man. That is crazy action. Sin City Manny Wise. Finney the Legend. I don't know what his wife's name was, bro. But that is, man, that's bananas, my nigga. Like, hold on. And from what I'm seeing, I see 330 something. It was like 335 people because bro was live streaming. Finney the Legend was. There's like 330 something people on that live stream, bro. And I've been to Vegas probably close to 10 times, bro. I know exactly where they at, man. Like, got some thoughts about being out there a little later on in the year down the road a little bit, man. Oh, that is bananas work, bro. 335 people watching. And it's like now, I'm wondering if I should save some of these videos for the full show. Because I don't know, I still might do it. But apparently, man, there are, well, not apparently. There's videos I've seen. I got to be in my thread right here. Like this one. You're This is apparently a day or so before, maybe yesterday. Um, it could have been the same day because this is daytime. He got on a different outfit, but this is daytime. Now, apparently, these folks had a beef about, like I said, copyright strikes and. Like I said, I ain't gather all the information, so I'll wait for the show. I won't speculate, but apparently they did food critic reviews, both from Vegas, Sin City, Finney. Maybe they I don't know. I don't know if they started out streaming together or what have you. There's some beef like that. I have to put, like I said, I got a lot of stuff to put together. Cause I'll get a show out of it. We'll see what it does in the algorithm, man. But yeah, that happened yesterday, bro, out there on the Vegas Strip. Two lives lost. Apparently, bro is on the run. I've got a feeling that he's probably gonna punch his own ticket out of here. Uh, if you saw the way that he go about and the way he paint his face and go about just in regular in life, I guess maybe as a part of his act on YouTube, he appears to be an individual. I mean, especially adding on to what he did, but prior to that, being able to see those things, I think there were clear indications of brother not being a stable individual. And so, with that being said, I don't know that he'd have any problem with doing that to himself. And after such a heinous, crazy crime, bro, I would imagine um, that's why they can't find him. And when they find him, that'll be what's going on. But yeah, Sin City Manny Wise, guns down. Finney the Legend and his wife out there on the strip, bro. We'll have a more in depth analysis on that thing a little later on in the day, or probably in the morning. I don't know. I got to shoot a couple shows. Let's move on to some lighter notes. That's heavy. That's heavy music right there, though, man. Rest in peace. Shout out to and that's like I said, bro. YouTube. A lot of people look to make YouTube not only a side hustle, just place to get a couple dollars. Like if you can manage to stay on for a certain number of years and put the work in to build an audience, man, no matter what you're doing, it could become a full time deal for you. You know what I'm saying? You start getting sponsors and reaching out and branching out, so it could definitely make a millionaire or a good hundred thousands of air. You dig what I'm saying? Person out of a regular deadbeat with no real prospects in the future. And so people, not that was Sin City Manny Wise. You dig what I'm saying? I'm saying that I know from just being in the world, a lot of people look to have YouTube be like their savior. That's their career, something that they didn't have to go and attain any education to do and go through any kind of necessarily requirements. You dig what I'm saying? So people take it serious, man. And when you put in a lot of time to these videos take hours, man, and the editing process, and if you care to spend money on your setup and shit like that, you know what I'm saying. So you certainly want to see people viewing it and be able to see yourself on the road to getting as close to the prominence that you imagine when you started your ride, bro. So and from what I'm seeing, I don't know if their channels were monetized, but they had a good number of uh, subs, and I would imagine some super chats come through. So it was probably doing something for them, man. Something better and cleaner and more legal than anything they probably ever done in their life. So bro took it as a big deal, and that's what he did, man. But like I said, let's move on to newer things, man. Better aesthetically pleasing things to the ear. You did what I'm saying. Lord Jamar, man. Now I ain't gonna hold you. Even when back in the day when Lord Jamar was a rapper, he's still a rapper. Maybe he's still a rapper, but what leaders of the new school? What was he in? Brand Nubian. I mean, I knew of them, but they, you know what I'm saying. That 90s music was all super just uh, pro black fight the power. Like everybody tried to be another iteration of Public Enemy and Chuck D. Now, you dig what I'm saying? So a lot of Sharifing going on. You dig what I'm saying? It was a good time to get enlightened on things like that. But I wasn't just into all of those groups. Tribe Called Quest was my dog. Um, but yeah, Brand Nubian and whoever the group he was in, Leaders of New School, that's Busta Rhymes and all them. Brand Nubian, right? With Cuz. He was never really, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never really been no needle mover out here in the community, you know what I'm saying? But once this YouTube world came around, like I say, bro, YouTube is running the world these days. I'm telling you, bro, like your favorite individuals, man, that you've seen in various other walks of life, bro. Everybody is it's like they're molding and shaping everything they do to try and put it into an area to where it will flourish on YouTube. Because YouTube just give you a chance to be your own boss, bro, like your own network executive. That's appealing to people. Um, and so, Lord Jamal along with what's his name? Vlad. DJ Blizzard. Vlad had a good thing going, and I guess he still does, but you don't see the number of interviews from Vlad that you used to because people have hit him with the vulture of the culture moniker. You dig what I'm saying? Seem like everybody that go on there go to jail or go to prison or get killed up or something like that. You dig what I'm saying? And then I think they pointed out that he's not sensitive to the subjects that the majority of the people that come on his show are. And he has some remarks about Farrakhan, which is what got Lord Jamar and Godfrey on the other side of it. Now, I heard Willie D describing that, and also uh, Jamar describing that to various people and why they were offended by that. And I heard him use statements like they said Farrakhan is very near and dear to the black community and all of that. And I don't know that that's true, bro. I don't hear very many individuals uh speak about him in like some type of reverent uh avenue. You dig what I'm saying? We know who he is. For someone like me that was a huge fan of Malcolm X, I've known about Farrakhan for a very long time. Now, not being of the Muslim faith and the Nation of Islam and all that, maybe I don't know all the information, but from what I figured that I had learned of him, he was never someone that I looked up to. Uh my camaraderie or my worship, if you will, of anybody established with that side of the the religious spectrum. Like I said, stopped with Malcolm X. You know what I'm saying? I liked what bro stood for and all of that. So everything else, what I'm saying, it's not my lane. So maybe I don't know much about know enough about the brother to make such a judgment. But I don't know that he's a big deal like that. Now, of course, in the Nation of Islam and all that, of course. But because when you come when you speak about like black issues and stuff like that that's been in the limelight, sure he speaks about them, and you'll catch a YouTube for the layman person that's not involved with the movement. You'll catch a YouTube video or something, or a little short or something, and see what he said about something. But I don't know that you see Farrakhan out here speaking a lot. Um, in like a public way to where the normal average black person out here gets to speak, or he's doing it in a way to where we can access it. So like I said, I don't know that he's that big of a figure like that. Um, but that's apparently where the signals got crossed with Jamar and Godfrey and Vlad. You know what I'm saying? Now this has been years ago. You heard me? Since then, Godfrey has went on to Started his own YouTube platform, doing pretty well over there. He had a couple beats hit lately with what's the boy? Corey Holcomb and Corey Holcomb. But guy for doing his thing over there. Lord Jamar did the same thing. Started him a little pod, streaming deal, what have you. Got him some lights in the background, and goddamn it, you feel me? Went up with it. Well, Lord Jamar also feels that that the Earth is not a. Now let's go into this. This is a fabulous bit. Great live. Lord Jamar thinks that the Earth is not a sphere. Now I will agree with Lord Jamar on that. How about that? I'm also not a round Earth. What I am is a person that says, yeah, the world isn't exact sphere. It's a little oblong at the tops and all that because of that, but it is most certainly not flat. Yeah, it's not. That's what Lord Jamar thinks. Him and another handful of misfit individuals in the world. They happen to coincide with believing in something else out here. I'll just say this: something orange. There's an orange thing out here in the world. A lot of people that think that the world is flat, they also believe in that orange thing. So, uh, but that's his bag that he got into right now. He happened to have went on Godfrey because him and Godfrey was good buddies here about what 4 or 5 months ago. They were good buddies up until this time. Old New York homeboys and all that. Man. But shit, bro went on Godfrey's show, and he had a debate with, if you don't know about this guy, what's his name? I almost called him Dave, the science guy. What's his name? Professor Dave Explains. Yeah. Professor Dave Explained. I ain't gonna hold you, man. Before you get and go check out and type it in and check him out. Professor Dave Explains is, I think you'd have to fight Professor Dave if you were in the same room with him, especially if he talked the same way he do on camera. Professor Dave is harsh on reality on him. I'm telling bro, talk so crazy too. It'll just take you going to one of his videos, man. I don't know about the cop. I ain't finna keep typing in everybody's video, but he went on Godfrey and what happened? Oh, so Lord Jamar originally wanted to debate Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson turned it down. No interest, no time for this. This is tomfoolery of a magnanimous proportion. I ain't with it. I'm good. So they got the next best, which was Professor Dave Explains, which actually, you did what I'm saying, was a good choice for one Lord Jamar, because had you put Neil deGrasse, he would have never accepted. But you just look at his personality profile up against Lord Jamar, and Neil's a seasoned, polished whatever scientist guy he is. You dig what I'm saying? And so you wouldn't imagine him talking to Lord Jamar the way that he needs to be talked to in this situation. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good choice to get Professor Dave. And Professor Dave did not disappoint. Huh? If you saw that Godfrey episode, it may even, it's not down. He destroyed Lord Jamar, bro. Lord Jamar was talking about some of the stupidest theories. Him and Terrence Howard, bro. I don't even get it, bro. Like, I know, yeah, we that in the whole bag, but bro, like, come on, man. Like, y'all ain't got to be out trying to refigure out the universe and be like, hey, man, black folks refigured out the whole universe. Like, chill out, bro. Like, what if let's leave it, let's just go down that rabbit hole. You come up with a new theory for the composition of the universe. Okay, now what? How do you even, I guess you go and give lectures or something, but it's like, how did that even, I guess it benefit humanity, but how does it benefit you in particularly, bro? Like, what is the point of even sitting in your basement and making all these stupid shapes and stuff? Like, well, I don't even get it, bro. Like, it'd be different if like you were in a department and this is what you're tasked on working towards, and every step you get closer to it, these grants come. I just don't even get what's the point of even trying to be as smart as these fellas are trying to be. You dig what I'm saying? I guess in Lord Jamal's thing, it'll be like a whole exposing the conspiracy. But this is something that I've always struggled with flat earthers. Um, and I've never once heard them say this or refute this or what have you. But if the earth is a disk, why is the sun round? Why is the moon around? Why have you accepted that all other planets in our solar systems or and stars? Why have you accepted that they're around? So you telling me it's what 99 billion to the hundredth power or what have you objects out here? You've accepted that all of those are round, huh? But the one that we're on is flat. I don't even. Why would it? How was that even? So but Lord Jamar went on a Godfrey show and Professor Day. Let's see what the 8 ball say about it. Is the earth flat? 8 ball. So it shall be. That's what the 8 ball say. So it shall be. So maybe the earth flat. All right, you got me, Jamar. But yeah, him and Professor Dave was on Godfrey, man, and Professor Dave did him bad, bro. Professor Dave really ended YouTube career. I ain't gonna hold you now. Had Lord Jamal pulled up on Professor Dave and put some hands on it, I would have understood. Very unlike the first situation we went through. It didn't take all that, but you know, uh, he pretty much ended his streak, bro. He did. He made him look so bad. So bad, in fact, that after the show, this nigga Lord Jamal lost all his mind. He turned around and accused Godfrey of being a double agent. You dig what I'm saying? He said that man worked for the Kremlin, baby. You understand me? Yeah, man. He said that man infiltrated me from the Federation, bro. And then got me on here and pulled a fast one. No, man. His explanation was horrible, just like mine is. It's a hard time trying to put a good sheen on what he said afterwards. He tried to get Godfrey to take off the damn episode. I think he probably told Godfrey he gonna beat him up and everything, but then Dante Nero like, you don't want none of this smoke over here, and then he kind of backed down. Then he had a show, bro. Did y'all see? Uh, Lord Jamar had like a rebuttal episode on his fledgling platform with two guys. One guy, what is his name? I don't know. He made crazy documentaries about flat Earth, and then you had the other old guy that both of which that Professor Dave has debated before, and it was a pathetic hour. And I watched it all. I ain't gonna. It was crazy, bro. Just the oh man, the cope that they was coming up with, trying to tell, bro, that in fact, these scientists, like we in the day and age, man, like we're in a day and age where the saying ignorance is bliss is painfully and blatantly obvious these days. We're at a point in American society, because people in the other world, the rest of the world, may not have all that we have here, but they're still saying America is batshit. I swear to God, bro, it is the craziest place. But we're at a point in American society now where just the fact that not even just the fact that you don't believe it, the fact that you are unwilling, there's no more being unable to discover the truth and facts and read up. The inability is gone. If you have one of these in your hand, you can find anything. But the fact that people it's just that if you're unwilling to educate yourself further and even accept that you may be wrong, we're at the point in society where that's okay. If my mind can't wrap itself around what it takes to build a rocket, what it takes to launch a rocket, what it takes to track a rocket, what it takes to land a rocket, the elements and the boundaries, ins and outs of space, topography, algebra, quantum physics. The fact that I can't understand and wrap my mind around it is enough for me to be able to say, nah, it doesn't exist. You're wrong. That doesn't make sense to me. How do you fly something from here to there, Vern? Oh, it's hogwash. Stanley Kubrick made the moon land. You know what I'm saying? It's that type of shit, bro. So, and that's enough. And people will ride and die with that notion. I don't believe it because it doesn't make sense to me. And so, that's what Lord Jamar kind of got in his bag on him and these flat earthers, man. And and Professor Dave did him bad. So his revenge tour was try to get Godfrey to take the episode down, get on the show with these two guys, and the fact that they believe each other in a collective threesome. That invalidates every scientist out there that actually does this and speaks for the other side. And then he kind of went away for a minute. Now, again, that was in between the Vlad band. Vlad band, Professor Dave, present time. Now, it was a whole big thing. Lord Jamar felt the way about them Farrakhan comments from Vlad. So it was a boycott. We ain't going to Vlad. But now I saw an interview that came out right around the time when he left. And in true future vision brokenness, he like, yeah, man, I might, say I could go back to him. I might go back, but he gotta apologize with some paper. Nigga, what type of girl statement is that, bro? What type of girl statement is that, bro? Apologize with paper? Does that make my apology sincere? That's just you do to your wife, your daughter, your girlfriend. Oh, she mad at me. Go buy her something nice. If him, I done talk to a crazy go buy. Come on, bro. That was a female statement, but he said it in that interview. Should I find it? I ain't gotta find it. I ain't lying. He gotta apologize with some paper. He apologize with some paper, son. You know what I mean? He left the door open. You know what I'm saying? Not leave the light on for your rear roofing. He left the door open. And I be damage control. If not even a week ago. That's in fact what he did. He announces his return to Vlad TV. And they talk about the prior altercation and why he left, and it was a pathetic. In fact, yeah, I'll make sure about that. So we got Vegas, Manny Wise, and they're at the Lord Jamar for sure. 2 shows I'm gonna make. Maybe about this topic I go to last too. I may make one about that. So that's what the day is. What's the day time is? Yeah, the day is filming time. I ain't got no med work to do. So Bing Bang. So yeah, he makes his return to Vlad, man. He on there explaining why he's back. And really, bro, if you know, you know. The way that Vlad has been labeled is like a hands off for the community to go back to him, bro. You dig what I'm saying? You know it's because you broke. You know what I'm saying? Vlad paying for him is good bread. He may be paying good bread for anybody that take the opportunity. It may be an amount of money they can work with, but it's obvious why Lord Jamar went back. Like I said, his YouTube career is looking shiesty at best. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, he go back. But after all that talking and all that standing on business, he back on Vlad TV, man. I feel like it's a financial decision. You dig what I'm saying? Now we'll see how many times he's back on there because I would imagine that at this point, the views that Vlad TV used to get are not there anymore. You might have had a bunch of people get into and go check out this in particular because of the whole lore about it being Lord Jamar and all that. But I don't think that Vlad TV is equipped to pay their way these days, and I don't think the interest in continued Vlad and Jamar segments is up there on people's list. But Godfrey got on his head about it. Various other YouTubers got on his head. Like, but what do you expect from a guy that? I mean, does he truly in his heart believe that the Earth is flat, bro? But even for people that don't, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people these days that are grifters. You know what I'm saying? But damn, bro, think about the intestinal fortitude you have to wake up in the morning, and I mean, or every time you turn the camera on, bro, like no matter what the subject is, to like stay in that character of being just like such a curmudgeonly enabling individual, bro. It's just hard to even put the reconcile those two in my brain. And I guess, it's a dangerous thing to try and understand crazy weird shit, bro. It's don't look for a medium for it in your mind. You may open yourself up to rationalize and do this shit yourself. I say a lot of times when I'm sitting there thinking about, like, how does it, like, bro, I don't even want to, you dig? I don't even want to unlock that neuron pathway in my brain. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, man, there's people these days, they can jump on, they go in front of the camera, cuz, and it is just to know that they can do that and stick to that day by day is just wow, bro. It's wild as hell. But I don't know if he really so I don't know if he really believes it, or it couldn't be like no money in the flat earth community. So I guess he really does believe that the earth could be flat, bro. And that's an out, giving him an out that it could be. It couldn't even be. You dig what I'm saying? So, but now that I'm back, and anybody that run across this, and it's just a process, man. I got to get back all the way in the rhythm like I was. I was really growing good, but we'll show up that other little side. But I plan on getting into debates, man. I have another channel, which is called Just Like That, and I'm toying with the idea of keeping like the political views and stuff over there. But I want to debate some people, man, especially some people with some really, for what I understand to be just untenable positions out here. A lot of Twitter personalities there. From what I understand, most of them are bots. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of Twitter personalities or Twitter profiles that I would love to come on my platform, and let's go back and forth about these things. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be super ignorant and just hold super firm to the crazy stuff you tweeted, bet. If you want to have some type of a constructive conversation and see if some people are wrong about some things, you dig what I'm saying, and able to, we can do that too. But I plan on talking about these things with people, man. Flat earthers, all of that are included and invited. Please believe that straight like that. Anyway, we not out. I was about to say we out like it's the end of the show. I forgot. But it's the end of that segment. Lord Jamal, I'm coming. I got something cooked up for you. Uh this is, yeah, I guess before the last, yeah, I don't even know if I'll put that. But this is the other show that I'm considering making. It may have to go on just like that, man. But not only are the streets of Los Angeles burning, as I said, some immigrants out there acting up, acting crazy right about now. Well, there's another immigrant acting up on the political side of it. Not Melania. It's not Melania. Um, Elon. Yeah, man. Elon and Trump done broke up. They getting a divorce, bro. Proceedings going on now. You did what I'm saying? They got 90 days, like like Brittany Renner and I'm gonna call bro Kevin Lyles. What cuz name is? Kevin Gates. Another lame guy. I should have put him on. I should have put him on the thumbnail. Yeah, this guy here, bro. What is up with Kevin Gates? Um, yeah, him and Brittany getting divorced after 52 days of marriage. Shocker, huh? But yeah, man, Elon Musk and Donald Trump. I wrote on my paper Elon versus Musk as if they two different people. Well, yeah, Elon and Trump getting a divorce, bro. They done broke up. Oh man! At first they was on there trying to act like it wasn't real. Oh, it's a psyop. Oh, people on the left don't get too excited. It's a psyop, but it's obviously real. Now Elon finished his little Doge stint here in the last week or so. He was only supposed to have been doing 130 days. Did his 130 days, got up out of there, and shortly thereafter, apparently because Elon don't like the big beautiful bill that Trump wanted to pass, because there's no concessions enough for him, and so he got mad and tried to get Republicans to vote against the bill, and came out and tweeted as such, and spoke about how upset he was with the bill, how much he didn't like it. And Trump came out and said he was disappointed in Elon. And I think someone asked Trump about how did Elon's exit come about. And like I just said, Elon said that his 130 days were up. Trump said he fired. Trump said I fired that lame autistic guy. That's what he said. Now Trump said I fired him, man. Oh, what he said that for? Oh, why he said that? Elon went crazy. Elon say, first of all, you in the Epstein files. Let's get that. Let's make that clear, straight out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. You in the Epstein files. That's the only reason the public ain't seen. Oh man. Second of all, you need to be impeached. You feel what I'm saying? Third of all, because our whole time Trump they're going back and forth like a couple, bro. I bullshit not like a couple. They tweeting each other back and forth. You dig what I'm saying? For the world to see, they mad as hell. Trump said, I'm gonna cut off your government contracts, Starlink and military driving Tesla trucks or whatever. Like, we just cut that shit out. It's out of there. Done deal. They go find somewhere else. Shit, Elon said them astronauts you got up there in space and things. Good luck getting them home. Good luck, Vietnam. Good morning. That's what he said. I wish you would, bro. I leave everything up there. Man, y'all said I turn off all the internet everywhere. So that's what they've been doing, going back and forth, man. Now, depending on how much you keep up with these political things, and the personalities, the character profiles involved, it's not a surprise to see that things have hit the fan. You dig what I'm saying with these two people? You understand? His first administration was wrought with these circumstances. Everybody that crossed him and didn't go along with the plan got fired, and there was a lot of individuals, bro. Like Anthony Scaramucci is a prime example. I think he was working for him for like one day. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of this is happening. A lot of turnover with swearing from the guy that swear he picks the best people and all that. But yeah, they going back and forth in the war, man. I don't know that it's helping Musk's stock prices or anything. I imagine he's a little too embedded in. And I heard yesterday that he sold Twitter to XAI here lately, kind of like covertly. And now that I think about it, I think I have seen some XAI tabs or profile or something like that. It seemed like it stick out of my head now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, apparently Elon Musk has sold Twitter to XAI here in the recent past. In order, I guess, to pay. They said that to pay off, I guess he still owed plenty billions to Jack Dorsey and whoever for the acquiring of Twitter, now X. You dig what I'm saying? But I'm guessing he may be getting back into positive territory with that. Tesla cars, I think it's been a lot of what is it, BPD? Even though they don't sell, I don't know the relevance of what I'm going to tell you, but I'll just tell you. Just want to do some more hating on Elon, I guess. They said that these people from over there in China, they really got the badass electric vehicles. But I don't know that means we're gonna be able to get a hold to them over here in America. I don't even know if America wants them like that as a whole. America, like I said, America crazy as hell. We could know that we drive in the globe into like the brink of unsustainability, and we're gonna keep driving. You're gonna just keep saying fuck it, bro. Like we are a wild bunch of people over here in America. So I don't even know if we want EVs like that. I know that I don't want one. I've seen a couple of them that's cool though. I like it's a lack out here that I'm aiming on getting down the road, and I would buy an EV. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just out here searching out one. You dig what I'm saying? So I don't know that his Tesla sales gonna come back, man. Starlink, unless there's some kind of big disruption in the phone cellular industry here in the coming years, I don't see why it should be anything that takes over as far as being a provider of Wi-Fi communications. At least in mainland America. He may get it in around the world in smaller markets or what have you. Uh, I know he does a lot with SpaceX and refilling, restocking, and what have you. I don't know in between of making the rockets that can land themselves again. I don't know that I've heard a whole bunch about, and he went and rescued a couple of astronauts, but I don't really know the inner workings of SpaceX and NASA and the government and how they intertwine. But I just speaking on a couple of his businesses we know that he owns and how they may be affected by his apparent change of heart. You dig what I'm saying? After he broke with his girl. So that's pretty much where it's at, man. Let me go a minute. Yeah, we right at an hour. That's good business. I got a couple to record, man. We're gonna make some shows about this thing. NBA Finals. Did y'all watch the last night? I don't know. Pretty boring affair. I'm not a Pacers fan. I'm not an OKC fan either. Uh, it may have been still exciting if Indiana would have won that game last night, because then it's like, oh shit, Indiana may go on to win this thing. OKC got to come back from 2 down. But they went in there and pretty much ran the Pacers up out the building. They got it close, kept it close a couple times. But it does appear that first game was just a bit of magic from Halliburton that saved the Pacers and got that game, but it doesn't appear that it transferred. So yeah, OKC probably gonna go on and run them up out of here. And is it gonna be a gentleman's 5 though? I don't know, bro. I got to give Indiana. I don't know. I guess I wouldn't be well. I don't know, bro. As I started thinking about developing out, if it's not a gentleman's sweep in 5, and I give the benefit of the doubt that Indiana gonna win another game. I don't know, man. That make me think. Well, I don't know, bro. They may get 2 more. This thing may go 7. And if it goes 7, I guess if we just saying from a one-on-one matchup, we looking at the 2 teams. Oklahoma should win that game. But as we seen in game 1 and previous other games, they don't take but one shot, keeping it close. So a game can go either way. So in that, Indiana can pull this thing out. If it's not a 5-game sweep, it may get, it may get dicey, bro. If they don't just run through these next 3, it may get dicey. I ain't gonna hold you. Weirder things have happened, but this is one of the most least watched basketball finals in recent memory, man. Not a lot to like about both of them teams. I stayed in Indiana for about a year back some years ago, so I know a little something about the town. I got a couple of people live up there. But yeah, other outside Indiana, I don't know. They got a lot of fans. The same thing with OKC. These are not big brands, man. But we're gonna see what happened with them. But that's pretty much been my live. You heard me? I had to jump in here. Now I'm gonna get to filming and making some real episodes, man, to bring to the folks. And y'all get ready, man. Go to them subscriptions, bro. Subscribe. Turn on your notifications, man. Yeah, because it's weird navigating this algorithm, man. So I don't know if it's going to the old people and all that, but the older people from the page. I mean, not old people. Old people, you want to watch me? Come on there too. It's all good, man. But yeah, we about to get on out of here, man. Like I said, keep it locked. Stay tuned, and I got more coming to y'all, man. It's been straight like that. I'm out.